YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Victoria 3, Episode 4. So, in our last episode, we got our colonial laws passed, and right before the election. So we can finally do something about this 8% legitimacy. But that law is still on the books. We still have some groups kind of pissy at us, and that's generating more radicals, but it's not destabilized the country enough for me to worry about it too much. Now, there is something that we do need to worry about a little bit here, and that is, well, we got to get our colonization on. Now, we can establish two colonies here. One, Northern Cape has more land than it should have, so we're going to slowly be pushing into Griqualand and further north here. And then over here, Zululand is another one that we can push into. Now, there's other places that we want to go. I was going to go up here to this part of Africa, but France already slapped down their colonies pretty quick and have gobbled up the whole coast along with Portugal. And I think Oman is not a... Yeah, it's an unrecognized power, but it's not a decentralized power. You can only colonize nations that are decentralized. So what we're going to do is we're going to declare our interest up here, because I kind of want to go up north here. Now the problem with these parts here, yeah, see, decentralized power means we can get in on this action. The reason why we can't at the moment is, if we go into the land here, is this. Severe malaria. Malaria prevents colonization unless you have the right tech. Now, we don't have the tech yet, but we're really close. We can actually switch over to quinine. This gives us the ability to, allows establishment of colonies in states with severe malaria. So I'm gonna take a quick break from our vacuum canning to get quinine first, and then as soon as we get that, we'll go back to vacuum canning, because I want to get in on this before the other colonizers mop up. Now, to what end? Why? Well, I was looking at some of our some of the nations on the interior here, and if we go in here, up here, Bartost has lead mine potential. This is what we've been looking for. Not to mention, Loango here has dye plantation potential, which is something we need. And coffee. Millet is also good. We could crank up just pure sugar if we wanted to. So lots of good stuff here. That's why we need the quinine. Right then, let's continue on. We are losing a fair bit of cash here, but that's okay. We have a large pool of money built up. Yeah, the reason why we're doing it is because we're building a government building right now, the investment pool isn't being used to offset our construction costs. So our construction costs are actually way more than our income. Now, that being said, the investment pool that we normally would be generating is going to go into the investment pool. Parisian papers. Oh, yes. So it looks like the Liberal Party's going to run away with this. 20% to the Radical Party. I mean, I don't mind the Radical Party, but do we even have paper mills in the colony? I don't know if we've done paper mills yet. No, we have not done paper mills yet. So the newspaper circulations, sure, why not? They probably still aren't going to win, but that's okay. Yep, Liberal Party. Now we can rearrange government to get our stuff going a little bit better. Our legitimacy, that is. Reform government. Armed forces, we don't need you anymore. That greatly increases our legitimacy. Rural folk are angry, so they won't want to become part of the party anyway. Not that the act of adding them to government will instantly make them happier. I don't really want to remove anybody else from government, and you know what? 68% is pretty good, so we'll do it. We'll make it happen. Yeah, and these guys are all happy, so we're happy. And we can actually start passing laws, like proper laws. Now, one of the things that I want to do is uproot religion here, because that's the other form of discrimination that we're going up against. We already know these radical... Oh, wait, hang on. Are we already doing a law? No, we're not. not yet. We were waiting for our things to... So, going here is just going to radicalize... Yeah, it's just going to radicalize them way the heck. Now here, if we do this is not quite as big, but no, it's going to... Yeah, the rural folk people, because of the leader, is going to be upset about that. Normally the rural folk won't oppose this. So this might be something we can kick the can on, wait for the change in leadership to the rural folk, so that won't stir the pot quite so aggressively. There's other goodies that we can do. Yeah, we can do public health insurance, although that gets that's opposed by the industrialists. Trade unions like that. Actually, the church likes that. Yeah, this one is like by... So this is an unfortunate choice between the trade unions versus that. And I do want some health insurance in there, but maybe we should be knocking out child labor. Yeah, that pits them against each other. But the industrialists don't hate it. What's this? Yeah, lower mortality, max education institution. All right, that's a possibility. Right of assembly. Who opposes this? Armed forces, but they can deal. Yeah, and the others already hate it. But we have trade unions because of the radicalism, and also intelligentsia. So you know what? Let's strike while the iron is hot. Because we don't really do bolstering and suppression. And then protected speech. I mean, we could wait for the human rights tech to get this. But no, let's do, let's hit this while we can. All right, we're down 132 authority. We do need to deal with that. Let's get rid of that consumption tax. I want to keep this tax on services. Let's look at our decrees here. I think I will temporarily take off that one because it's probably the least impactful. We want the manufacturing one here. We want the raw material ones here. But that at least gets that back into full, and we'll get our bureaucracy back into full once we finish this government organization. Yeah, we have really good chances of passing right of assembly. All right, yeah, we just switched over our interests. Yeah, we don't have that technology. As soon as we get our tech, we'll be good. Diplomatic actions, however, improve relations with Congo. Sure, why not? Now, one other thing that we need to do is, well, once we get more bureaucracy, we can do more colonial growth. We want this institution as developed as we can. Whoa, all right, hang on. Industrial boom. Recent expansion of both population and consumption of explosives in our country. There's been much debate whether the military or industrial sector should have priority. Oh yeah, I guess our explosives factory. So the chemical plants throughput versus the industrial sector. Yeah, no, industrial sector gets the priority. Opium addiction. Tragic. Well, that's no good. You should be drinking liquor as your intoxicant. What's wrong with you? Oh, nice. Well, good. You should be. Yeah, come. We'll take on those free slaves. Absolutely. No slavery here. See, that's the thing. We're doing a colonization, which is generally seen in the historical context as being kind of bad, but conquistadors looting and pillaging and murdering their way through new lands, we are not. We are here to bring freedom and also, get resources. I'd be lying if that was if we didn't have an ulterior motive, but we're not bringing the slavery to these new lands. So don't you worry, we're bringing freedom. And as soon as we can uproot the religious sector, then it'll be freedom of culture and freedom of religion, and therefore zero discrimination, no matter who we take in. Wow, that flipped the script on that. As soon as we finish doing, as soon as that, we can start tapping into our investment pool, which means, yes, okay, good, which means we can get our colonial growth cooking, because it needs to. And Quanine will give us an extra max here. Now it's going to take a hot minute for this to grow because there's malaria slowing us way the heck down, but quinine will help speed that up. Not so much here. We're making progress. And this might bring new sectors into our Northern Cape, meaning possibly new gold mines or other resources that are of interest to us. Let's see, coal, eh? Yeah, coal's real hot right now, so we'll line that up as the next thing to produce after we spit out some ports here. I don't want to go into authority deficit here. Expensive. Explosives are expensive. What? Excuse me? Well, they're not that expensive. But enough to make our chemical plant some money here, at least. And glass is expensive, but that's good. We could crank out some more. And yeah, this is why getting our own supply of dye will be huge. Because we use it and it's getting up there in price. Not to mention getting our own supply of dye will allow us to get clothing factories going, because dye plays into that a lot as well. So that's kind of what I'm doing, why I'm waiting on building my own supplies of dye here. How are you doing with yeah, you're doing fine with infrastructure. United Tribes? Oh, yeah. No, that's not our direct concern. Wow, we're cranking through rate of assembly here. How are we doing on our tech? Our tech is going to take some time. 18 months. Nationalism. Well, there's our authority we're looking for. Excellent. We can put that decree back in. Encourage resource industry. Back in there. Perfect timing on that. Oh, and we're getting quinine spread. That's a good thing. All right, let's see if we can get this one and done, or if we're going to have to linger on it for a little bit. Not that I have I do have other laws that I want to try for, but I'm this legal guardianship is starting to cool off, which is good. All right, we didn't get that right away. But yeah, now the fact that we're getting state spread. Now, unfortunately, the rural folk are slowing the technology spread because they are unhappy with us. I really need this guy to go away because normally the rural folk don't get pissed off when we try to uproot religion, but they are. So, yeah, we need him to be replaced. How old are you anyway? 51. Well, I mean, he is hated, so not so long for this world, but we'll see. Unused nothing under construction. What do we build? I think we build more glass plants. We could actually, before we do that, let's crank up our university spending because, if I remember correctly, freedom of thought, protected speech, and we're working on total separation. So we'll get those two ticked off. We need a level 3 university, and then we can work on arts academies, but we might as well go for the universities now because we want the extra tech. And this will get a lot more intelligentsia people into our government just by simply employing them. And I think we've got the economy to actually afford this much here. All right, technology spread is going well. All right, engines. I mean, that's something else that we could start building because we have our own production of steel. Fertilizer is mercifully going up in price. Yeah, we've got barely enough bureaucracy just to handle what we've got right now. I think we might need another government administration building after that, once we get our universities online. Because once we get our institution built up, in fact, actually, let's rearrange this to where we'll let this one university fill, but then we'll go right over to a government admin so we can bridge the gap ahead of time and then finish up the other university. Let me just make sure our universities are coded correctly with the latest and greatest. Yeah, we got the philosophy department, and we can't switch away from clerical until we separate church and state, which another reason why I want to do that. But this will also help our tech rate. Also, the quinine will allow us to go to level 3 of colonization, so we can get that going even faster. I do like us being at 20 of 20 construction here. Herland? Yeah, France is starting to come in onto here. Looks like France has their quinine. Yeah, France got quinine. There's nowhere, yeah, other than Zululand and our own. This is precisely why I wanted to jump to quinine as quickly as possible. As long as we can get a toehold, we'll be okay. Again, Bartost is my main goal here. But you got to go in from there. You can't just start in Bartost. At least I don't think. Because you have no way to get the goods out of there. So you have 0% market access, which is no bueno. So even if we could start in Bartost, I wouldn't try to. All right, we're back in action here. We're almost done to level 2. Good. We are almost good with that. We're almost good. Wow, everything's coming to head. Quinine. All right, didn't get our law, but that's okay. Eastern Cape. No, we'll go for the reform. All right, yes. Back to vacuum canning, please. And now, more colonies. Boom, boom. That's what we're talking about. If I remember in my test games, though, these speed up. But we may want to go for more medical stuff here. Yeah, that's all of the places that we can establish. Portugal's pushing inwards. Alright, so what do we build next? Looks like steel is on the rise. Oh yeah, we do more steel mills is what we do. Especially since we just built some coal mines. Alright, colonial affairs level 2. We go to level 3. Now the question is going to become, when do we do our level 3 fine arts institutions? Because fine arts are an interesting good. They're only used by high wealth individuals. So there's level 10 government administration. Interesting. Yeah, there's high level stuff. So let's take a look at our population. Would we actually have enough upper strata people to be able to afford it? And I think not yet, because the upper strata prosperous, I don't think they're even buying fine arts yet. I think you need to be a 30 before you can even deal in fine arts. Yeah, consumed by pops of levels 30 to 99. So until we start getting pops of wealth level 30, fine art is not going to even be a thing for anybody. Nobody's going to want fine art. Now hang on, let me just take a look at England, because I mean, even if our pops don't consume it, yeah, Britain is just starting to get there with their upper strata. So, I mean, I might make one art institution and just to test the waters, just to see if we can actually fill the demands for that, and then build on that more. Because I do want level 3 to get the quest completed. Ooh, both political movements have disbanded. That is spiffy right there. Inefficient agriculture. What you talking about? The industrialists started complaining about the existence of subsistence farms in Zululand. Sure, we want that. Cape Colony Zululand. So this is our actual Cape Colony state right here. We actually gained some territory in here. So it's like its own little micro-province. We can't incorporate it until we're done growing the colony and taking the land that we want. We do have access to some stuff, but it's nothing new here. What are we staring down here? I mean, we do want to get something on there so we can get the people employed. Even though they're tied into our market now and they trade with us by land, we could go for a logging camp. But I kind of want to just do, like what's fruit looking at like right now? Actually, cotton might be good. Yeah, cotton's looking pretty good. How are we for bananas or fruit? Fruit's not as good, but still pretty good. Millet farm's just another form of grain. And grain, I mean, grain's not too bad either. I don't think having millet versus just regular wheat will, give us any benefits. Maybe we should go for cotton here. We'll go for one cotton thing here, just to help out our fabric costs here. Because again, we want to concentrate all our buildings and specialize them per region. Glass, explosives, and steel. Yeah. I mean, if chemical plants... Oh, man, yeah. Another chemical plant probably worth... And glass. Now, yeah, I don't think we get a foothold territory in these right away. Oh, but we got one right here already. All right. You could go coal mines. This one probably needs, probably needs a port first. Because there's otherwise no market access, so the people here aren't getting all the goodies that the rest of our markets can provide. These are, connected by land. Preserve censorship, of course. And I did kick this up for, okay, good. It's going to take a little while, but that's okay. Groceries are going up. Add a shrimp to that Barbie, too. And we're getting kind of close here, so what I'm going to do is we're going to throw in a construction sector into the queue, and we're going to move that up. Actually, yeah, we'll get, because they go up real quick, and then that will make everything else faster. How is iron doing? Iron's actually not doing that good. I mean, probably the rest of the people in the market are spamming iron mines. What else we got here? Glass. We need more convoys. Cape Colonies, Congo, and Hero Land. That's us right here. Okay. Oh, our dye. Yes. We need the port, and we need dye plantations. Stat. Political economy. Come on, guys. You need to be friends. We're probably going to go with the workers. I don't want to lose. Hang on. Industrialist is loyal. Yeah. Because ultimately I care more about the bonuses from the trade unions. Alright, we're almost there to a 72.8% chance on right of assembly. There it goes! We got it! Alright, folks. So in our next episode, we'll figure out what new law we want and see if we can get our colonies prospering and spreading, as it were. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya!